we appreciate you being here. As you're logging in, if you can make sure that you are A, muted, and B, if you can change your display name to your full name and base. If you're unable to change that, if you could please add it to the chat, it would be greatly appreciated.
You.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the all call. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to log on. As they are logging on, as you are logging on, if you can make sure that you are A, muted, and B, you can change your display name to your full name and base. That would be greatly appreciated. If you're unable to change it, if you could please add it to the chat, it would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
We'll give everyone about 2 more minutes to log on. We'll officially start the meeting at 6:05. Just to give everyone the chance to attend today that wants to. Again, while we're waiting for people to join, if you could do us a favor and change your display name to your full name and base. If you're unable to do that, if you could please add it to the chat.
Andrew, it's Deb. I just put that in the chats on how to do it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, well, welcome everyone to the all call. It's 6:05, so we'll go ahead and get started. If you're just joining us, if you could do us a favor and change your name, your display name to your full name and base. If you're unable to change it, if you could please drop it in the chat for us, it would be greatly appreciated. Today, this is our agenda. We'll go over the mutual respect policy. We have our special guest, Beth DeProspero, our staff negotiator, to give you an update on things that are happening. And then we'll have a communication update and we'll give you a management meeting update. So our mutual respect policy, the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA, is opposed to any discrimination based on age, color, disability, gender identity, or gender expression. Unacceptable behavior includes unwelcome physical, verbal, or nonverbal conduct, including the use of electronic communications, and any behavior that ridicules or intimidates or is physically abusive or disruptive. What we ask of you is that you treat everyone, including all AFA CWA members and leaders and activists, as well as AFA CWA staff members and meeting guests, with respect and dignity. Your MEC officers include Jen Sala. She's the MEC president. She's based in Denver. I'm Andrew Henderson. I'm your MEC vice president based in Trenton, Philly. Toy Scott's on the call with us today too. She's the MEC secretary treasurer based in Atlanta. You also have your voting members of the MEC. So when I speak of the MEC, I'm probably speaking about these people. It's Kathleen O'Brien from Council 71, Nu Ware from Council 79, Ron Bowman from Council 81, Wilmer Nguyen from Council 84, Michael Rice from Council 85, Brianna Whalen from Council 86, and Ethan Clark from Council 87. Okay. I'm going to pause our recording and I'm going to introduce to you Beth DeProspero. She's our staff negotiator and she is here to give us a few updates, which includes a communications update. So we'll let Toy, our MEC communications chair, take over for you. Wait, you're muted.
I'm unmuted now, yeah.
Yay.
Hey everyone, how is everyone? Thanks for logging on. I know you guys got the text a little later than normal this month, but thank you. So just a few communications updates. Your communications chairs locally had a training last week that was very, very beneficial. So once again, you'll be seeing some website updates over the next week or so. Your LEC pages will be updated as well. Reminding you, please, please, please do not use your company emails for any of our union activities. We just did some raffles for flight attendant, International Flight Attendant Day. So some people sent from their company emails. We're completely separate. Please, please, please use your personal emails for ticketing site questions that you have when you email your officers and reps. Anything AFA related, always use your personal email, please. We wanted to touch a little bit on the contract action team that you'll be seeing posts about coming up, which you've probably already seen the post as well, but just those people that are out that maybe have a little extra knowledge on what's going on in our contract negotiations, but also getting people involved. You'll also hear membership engagement do this as well as mobilization. Membership engagement and mobilization are the same thing. But these are people that get out on the line, get out in the airport, and they just answer questions. They know a little more details than the average member. You also don't have to be someone that takes off a day for this. We need to utilize you as high flyers as well. So don't let you fly too much to be an excuse, because it's not. We need you. You will email your local bases and say that you're interested in the contract action team. They will give you far more detail than I've just given you, but these are the people that really talk to people about what's going on. The fun part about that is that you are like the first to know all the new updates, which is great. Moving on from that, there's a survey out. We sent a e-line. It's on social media. It's on our AFA Facebook group. It's super short. It's just comparing where you were last year to where you are now pay-wise. We've all gotten a raise since then. So to see that some of us are losing money after getting a raise or two is disheartening, but we need you guys to fill out that survey. It's open until June 30th. So you have all day June 30th to fill it out, and then we'll start pulling that data and move forward with that.
Boy, quick question on that. Should everyone fill that survey out?
All the people that were here last year. So if you've been here a year or longer, yes. There is a, correct me if I'm wrong, MEC, there's a little box where you can put additional words, yeah? So if you haven't been here a full year and you've just seen the decrease in the past 6 months, and you still want to participate, we love that. Just put it in the comment that your hire date was whatever, or your class date. But
So
definitely,
what I'm hearing from you is that everyone needs to fill out this survey for us. And if you're under a year, note it in the comments, but everyone needs to fill this survey out for us.
Yes, everyone.
Thank you.
you. Because I mean, we've felt the difference in the last 2 months, so you know, it's really important, but definitely. And you know, Beth just said the company is fighting us. So how we fight back is one, this data, but also all of us participating. This is why your participation is so important, because this is what fuels all our arguments, especially as we give our side of the story to the National Mediation Board. We can hit them with numbers that Frontier doesn't have, or that Frontier is not giving them, or maybe, you know, diluting. So please, please, please participate. It's very important. With that, the postcard campaign has been extended until the end of the month as well. These are going to kind of go hand in hand. Some of you guys have seen the video online, the Dearberry video that's encouraging you guys to fill out the survey and post postcards, but we also need volunteers that are willing to share their story, which is also in the survey. There's a box that says, are you willing to share your story? We need that for content. We need that for facts, as I just said. Wearing your red pins. I can't say it enough. Please, please, please wear your red pin. Really important. I know that some of us wear 3 pins because we can wear up to 3 pins. Yeah. I've seen like the white pin, the red pin, and the pride pin. The white pin does not exist right now. The white pin is our happy unity pin. We love working with our friends, but we're not very happy right now. So please take off the white pin, replace it with another pin. It's just the red AFA pin and all of our human rights pins. Red shirts to recurrent, red shirts to company events, red shirts to Barclays events. If you don't have red shirts, please wear animal prints. Can't stress that enough. On your deadheads, wear red. The company notices. They really do. And it makes a statement when they see that we're all together. I can't say those things enough. And thank you for your participation to everyone that tags us in social media. We see you, you don't go unnoticed. We have some raffles. I just bagged lots of raffles that are happening, but we want to reward you guys for that participation as well. So please, please, please be involved, but wear red. We're also going into red hot summer, so we're going to encourage you all to paint your nails red, wear red lipstick, makeup, red socks, fun stuff. These are little things that happen before those red lanyards that you guys keep asking for come out. Just remember that there are steps in escalation, and so we can't give you guys everything at once, but what we can do is have actions like the red socks and the red lipstick and the red whatever it may be before those lanyards come. Picket. So on Thursday the 13th, correct? Yes, this coming Thursday. Worldwide Day of Action is happening again. You guys remember it from February 13th. So Southwest got their contract. Love that for them. So TWU is not participating. It will just be us and APFA, which is Americans Union, the Association of Professional Flight Attendants. So it's us and American, and well, us as an AFA and American. Our participation is so important. Rather it is in person or virtually. So if you go on our website, afafrontier.org, you will see picketing as one of our options in the bar. Click on that. If you are flying that day, please, please, please participate virtually. What that looks like is you downloading one of the PDF files and posting it as your profile picture temporarily. Also posting it on social media, on your social media story, or posting it on your social media grid. Yes, but that's what the virtual picket looks like. There are also some captions that you can put under word, well, some options of captions you can put if you don't think of anything else that you want to say. But please participate virtually. The virtual picket is for 24 hours, so it will start the morning of, and then it will end the next morning on the 14th. You can even take it down at midnight if you're still up. So we're not asking you to keep it as your profile picture for very long, but it says a lot during the day if you change your profile picture. You can also print one of those one of those PDF files if you're flying, and then you and your crew can take a picture with it in the terminal or on the plane on a regular piece of paper. But you'll see there's a color option and you can print it in color. It's just yellow, or you could do black and white and print it on a yellow piece of paper, whatever that looks like for you. Please just participate.
If you're not a printer, you can open it on an iPad, on your cell phone, hold it up and take a picture with it. There's lots of options for how to get that picket sign out there.
Yes, exactly. And as always, I know I'm like a broken record. Please do not break the picket line. Some of us that still have layovers, the hotel drops you off at departures. You can't really dictate where they'll drop you off. But if they drop you off upstairs where all the picketers are, please speak to the flight attendants that are picketing, stop and take a picture really quick, chant with them for 10 seconds, and then walk in the door. Please do not walk in the door directly behind them or directly next to them without speaking to those picketing flight attendants. It is disrespectful, and people take note of it, and these are people that we're going to need in our upcoming fight. So please just be respectful. Do not break the picket line. Say hey and then run to your gate, because we know we all have a report time. So please do not break the picket line. Please show up to the picket or participate virtually. Wear red, all the red things. If you don't have red, wear all the animal print things. It makes a difference. And as always, subscribe to our social media. We are on YouTube. That's where the all call is posted every month. Facebook, Instagram. I will be honest that TikTok and Twitter have taken a little break. We've just been trying to see where they go. Twitter has actually recovered pretty well, so we'll probably start back up in July, but TikTok, with all the government stuff going on, we post a lot of music, videos with music in the background, and then they get deleted because the artist has taken down whatever it may be. So it's a little harder to work around TikTok, but please follow us. We're there. We have a Spotify playlist most months. Have a little fun with us, but also tag us. We see that, and we like to reward you guys when we can for participating with us. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys, for hopping on again.
Tori, real fast, a question in the chat was about where we can find the picket signs. MJ posted a link, but you can find them at afafrontier. Is it org or com? I'm
Org.
slow at the moment. It's afafrontier.org. Under the picket tab, you can find them there to download them. And Tori, correct me if I'm wrong, they should also be available on the AFA Frontier Facebook page, or are we putting them up, or will they only find them at afafrontier.org?
No, just go to the website because it's easier to download from the website.
Perfect. So they're available at afafrontier.org.
Yes, and I should have some picket signs later, well, tomorrow. This is a tomorrow project. But if your family wants to participate and change their profile picture, temporarily, it says, "My mom deserves a new contract," or "My son deserves layovers." You'll see it tomorrow. I'll post it. Debbie? Did you have a question?
Oh, yeah, I sent it to you in a chat, but someone just privately asked me if they have F9 or Frontier listed as their employer and they go ahead and post any of these things, will they get in trouble by Frontier?
No, not at all. So we are protected in our union activities. You're perfectly fine. If you're on probation, you're perfectly fine. Please, please, please picket and join. And if a supervisor does say something to you, please email your local council right away. And we'll nip it in the butt. But no, you will not get in trouble for participating in the picket in person or virtually, or tagging us in your photo online. You won't get in trouble. As long
Thank
as you're
you.
compliant. They might see that you're not compliant because we know that HR does check our social media every once in a while. So make sure you're uniform compliant. That goes for the picket as well. Make sure that you are uniform compliant, no badges. It's a safety risk. So if you bring your badges because you're going to work later, or you need your badge to get into the parking lot or whatever it may be, clip it to your pocket or put it in your backpack or something. Just don't have them visibly for us, please. Anyone else?
Any other comms related questions?
Great question, by the way. Yes, you're protected. Don't worry about it.
Yes, so come to work early, picket for a few minutes and then go join your shift. If you're coming off, if you're ending your shift, before you get on that car ride home, come out and picket. We're in all the bases. 11 to 1 everywhere, correct, Toy?
Yes.
So they'll be happening all day. If you're on an overnight, come to the airport, join a picket. We're all in the same fight. We're all fighting together, so let's support each other.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Wait, one more thing. I need to add just one more thing. Sorry. Also, please, please, please start getting used to changing your name to your base and possibly even your employee number, because as these meetings heat up, especially like negotiations that aren't recorded, some things we might say might be sensitive, so we need to make sure that all the right people are in the room on the Zoom. So just get used to changing your name immediately, please, and spreading the word so that we don't have to kick you off the Zoom. Now I'm done for real. Thank you.
Thanks, Toy. Appreciate all of your hard work and thank you for that update. All right. So I am going to give you the management meeting update today. We met with management. We talked about several issues, some of which are listed here. We talked to them about having where to send new hires to navigate issues that they may be having in training. We know we have a lot of ISCs with us that come onto the calls. So really what we want to relay to all of you all is, if you're hearing of issues in training from new flight attendants, if you're out on the line and you're hearing of problems, really we just want you to direct those back to your local leadership. We got some contacts today to help us better solve issues. So if you're hearing of issues out online, new hires are telling you about their experience, and that gives you pause, and you're like, wait, someone needs to help you with this, then you can just forward or send an email to your local leadership. It's your 3-letter base code at afafrontier.org, and we've got connects to a system to better assist them with the issues that they may be having. So keep informing us of that. We really appreciate it. Door training updates. So we know a lot of you have been going through the door training. We know we've heard that there have been some issues with the actual application of this, with actually getting it scheduled, pay codes being added properly. We've been hearing from you that there have been problems with this. So thank you for those of you who are taking the time to file a ticket. If you are having issues, what we want you to do is keep filing those tickets. We want to make sure that you're being notified and scheduled correctly, and that your pay is on there correctly. And the way that we do that is through those tickets, so that we can assist in helping you get everything that you need. So if you're having troubles with the door training, please don't hesitate to file a ticket so that we can make sure that you are getting everything that you need. Because you were put in a situation where you're being required to do these trainings, and we want to make sure that you're taken care of while you're doing those. So continue to file tickets if you're having any problems with any of your door training issues. We've been hearing of flight attendants getting late sick calls because of hold times. We addressed that today. The procedure is that if you were on hold for an extended time, you need to take a screenshot of when you initiated the call, how long you were on hold for, and then scheduling is still going to place the late sick if you call in within that 3-hour mark. But what you need to do is take a screenshot of your hold time, proving that you initiated the call before the 3-hour mark. And then they'll go back in, they can see how much time you were on hold. So you would just email that screenshot to dependability for the late sick and ask it to be recoded. They'll do the necessary research, look at your hold times, and then hopefully recode it. If you have any issues with late sick after being on hold for an extended period of time, and following those procedures, when you send the email to dependability, make sure you include your local representatives, the 3-letter base code at AFA Frontier, so that we can be in the know and help assist. And then you can also file a ticket if it's not, if those procedures aren't followed. But that's what we're being told how it should be handled. Anyone on the email or that was in the meeting have any comments on that or any thoughts? Okay. Jump seating out of uniform. You are allowed to jump seat out of uniform, no matter what the gate agents are telling you at the moment. It is business casual to sit on the jump seat, but you do not have to be in uniform to do it. They are going to reiterate that to our gate staff through their must-read system. And also issue a reminder that we are not pilots. We won't be verified in the CAS system. We've heard that's been an issue. So they are going to issue the gate agents some sort of must-read type reminder of our jump seating policy and procedures to make sure that you all are not losing out on that benefit, because you should be able to use your jump seat anytime it's available. That's what the extra jump seat is there for, is to help us get around. So we are working on it, and they are going to issue a like I said, a must read as a reminder to all the gate staff. As we see more turns develop, I know we've talked about this in the past, but the aggressive bids for reserves, contractually it says it has to start with a day-for-day match, but scheduling can approve it outside of that. We've been engaging in conversations with them to get a more fair system. We know that they're denying if it's not on a day-for-day match, and AFA does not believe that's the way that language was intended. So we are working to get with scheduling to get a better process to where they're approving more aggressive bids for the single-day pairings if you're on a multi-day block. So we hear you. Keep filing your tickets on that so that we can keep a record of how often this is happening. And the more tickets we get, the stronger our argument gets. So if you're being denied because of a day-for-day match for your aggressive bids, we are working on that. We've engaged in conversations. They agree that they need to do a better job of approving those. So we just need your assistance. File the tickets and let us help us strengthen our argument on that one. Anyone else that was on the call have thoughts on that one today? All right, we also talked to him about the emergency drops. We wanted to figure out what was considered for an emergency drop. And just to reiterate for you all, the things that are considered for emergency drop are non-medical issues that happen within the course of getting to work. they should be approved. Emergency drops are approved on a case-by-case basis. If it is a medical issue, and you've followed all the other leaves and still need and it wasn't approved for any other type of leave, you can still apply for an emergency drop. Our recommendation here is if you're asking for an emergency drop that you copy in the union your 3-letter base code at afafrontier.org, so that we can assist you if necessary in getting those emergency drops in the moment. We love tickets. I'm going to keep referring you to the ticketing system, but if you need immediate assistance with that, then just when you request the emergency drop, add in your union reps so that we are available to assist you. Remote check-in, just a friendly reminder, we're seeing upticks in violations on this again, or tickets on this again. So please, 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 please remember that if you're utilizing the remote check-in function, you need to be through security. There are 2 separate functions. You need to be through security and you need to arrive at your gate on time. If you're not going to be able to complete those 2 things, please don't utilize the remote check-in from the crew room computers or your check-in room. But the remote check-in, you have to be through security and you have to be able to be at your gate on time in order to utilize that function. We don't want to see you get in any trouble for utilizing that function. So please, please, please make sure you're through security before you use your remote check-in. We've gotten some tickets recently about perfect attendance not being added, or the way perfect attendance is being coded on your schedule may not be wholly accurate. So if you are not receiving your perfect attendance bonus hours, the PAT on your schedule, or your schedule is not, or your CAT's screen is not accurately reflecting your perfect attendance bonus points, make sure that you file a ticket so that we can assist you with that. The next points are insurance and SJU, now that we have that in the official crew room. So I'm going to defer to Michael Rice, the council president for Trenton San Juan, and let him share those with you.
Okay, well, hello everyone. First, thanks everybody being on the call. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cats, dogs, and everyone that we need them here every month, because we're going into some treacherous times here at Frontier, and we need to be on one court. So thanks, guys. For everyone in San Juan, we did present to the company to ask them to look into giving an alternative solution for insurance. We know that your concerns are it's too expensive. It's not widely, United Healthcare is not widely accepted on the island. So the company, and we did provide them with some things that help them along to make that decision. So they're going to get back to us on that. So once we get the information, we'll definitely communicate that to you all. There is no official crew room in San Juan. They are trying to figure that out. And so once they get those details locked in, they will let us know and we will let you know. I don't have anything else. And thank you for allowing me. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you, MJ. So San Juan based flight attendants, if you have any questions over the insurance or the crew room, MJ is your president. TTN or the SJU. Is there an SJU email address, Michael?
Yes, everything is set up. Yep.
Perfect. SJU@afafrontier.org. And one of your officers will be happy to assist you. So that was our management meeting today. Those are our updates from that. So for negotiations update, our next negotiation sessions are June 24th through 26th. And they will have a Zoom meeting to give you an update over that on June 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. As Michael said, write this down, text all of your friends, tell everyone, remember that the negotiation Zooms are not recorded. So we do want everyone to be there present to get the most up-to-date information. So June 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern will be our Zoom for the negotiations update, where you can get immediate answers on how the negotiation session went. Is there one more slide, or is that there's one more slide, right? And our next all call is scheduled for July 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern. Here are those base emails that I was telling you about for your contacts if you want to grab a screenshot of that. I'm going to go into the chat for just a minute and answer a couple questions. Susan, in regards to remote check-in, if you get a random and you have to go through pre-check or the other employee line, can you still use remote check-in? The answer is yes, but you cannot remote check-in until you've gone through security. So you have to wait until you've actually cleared pre-check or whatever employee line that you go through. Just because you've scanned your badge does not mean that you're through security. So you have to, if you are sent to one of the secondary screenings, you have to be all the way through security before you push the check-in button.
And I will address, there was one about, the guideline says 1 AFA pin. We've talked to the company about it. They don't care if you wear 1 pin or 3 AFA pins. Just don't wear 10 pins all up and down your lanyard. So you should be allowed to.
Is it okay to work after your reserved time slot? Sam REA and crew scheduling calls me to ask at 1:34. Is that okay, or can I refuse? If they call you within your reserve call period, so if they called you before 11 a.m. to assign you the 1:34 p.m. shift, then yes, they can do that. If they called you after your reserve period, then you're not responsible to answer your phone anymore. So you would not have to accept it. But if they call you during your call period, for either A or B shift, if they call you during your reserve call period, they can assign you flying outside of the reserve call period. They just have to initiate the contact for that before your call period is ended. So I hope that answers your question.
I will touch Diego. Asked about where the negotiations are now. Once again, log on to that negotiation meeting. They will have the answers for you. Beth gave us a minor update on the major dispute situation when she logged on at the beginning. But as for negotiations, remember this call is recorded. We do not answer those questions. This is totally for management update and other aspects of union business. So log on to that negotiation Zoom at the end of the month.
Amanda, I'm gonna say that Toy's current answer applies to your question as well. Beth did not give a timeline, but if you have further questions, the negotiations update be the place to ask that question, unless we announce something outside of that. But she did not include that in her update. So log on to the negotiation Zoom on the 26th, and you'll be able to get more information about that.
We are going to address one more thing, picketing versus striking. Picketing is an off-duty action, which is what we're doing on Thursday. We're at the airport. Sometimes our pickets might not be at the airport. They might be at another location that's important to us as flight attendants or Frontier. Striking is an on-duty action. That's what you do when you are working and walk off. We do not strike. We are not striking right now. We are picketing. Please, please, please do not say that word on social media. It can get you and us in a lot of trouble. So, picketing, off-duty action, you're not working or you're going in early, you just got off, you did not call out sick, you're not on leave, you're just out there making our wants be known. But picketing and striking are two totally different things. We are just picketing right now.
Thursday, you will find me in Philly. Come join me, yell with me, carry signs with me. It would be lovely to see you all in Philly for the picket. With these must reads about closing the main cabin door 2 minutes before departure. Should be writing incident reports every time there are seat dupes, family, separated with minors, etc. The gate agents don't handle these before boarding. The gate agents are sending them down. Passengers telling us after boarding complete. To answer your question, Carrie, we need to continue to do our jobs. And if there are discrepancies or incidents, then yes, an incident report or replying to the delay email is a part of our jobs to help with that. So yes, we would do our jobs. So yes, you would file incident reports or reply to the delay emails with what actually took place on the aircraft that day. With what happened. Any other questions? C, Mitch, I see your question, not ignoring it, but what I am going to do is tell you to email your local leadership, your 3-letter base code at afafrontier.org, and they will be able to better explain those questions to you. We don't answer questions like that on a recorded Zoom.
I see that Ivan asked a question, well, made a statement. I don't know when that was sent out, but
Ivan, I just saw that, and I was going to say, Ivan, I would also suggest that you follow up with your local leadership over that. I'm not sure that's a widespread issue, or if it is, if you are, what Ivan said, for those of you who aren't in the chat, is that the supervisor sent out a new newsletter saying they can't sleep on the couch in the crew rooms. I would say that would be
well, I could speak to that, Andrew. We
okay,
actually
go.
we met with the regional managers about a week or so ago, and they're on the same page that you can sleep in the crew room if you're on reserve or if you're passing by. They just don't want anyone to set up camp and live in the crew room. So if you're there for multiple days and it appears that you're living there, that's when they take issue. But if you're on reserve, you're on couch, if you're passing through and you want to sleep, you can sleep in the crew room. I do believe that maybe a couple of days ago, Nuar, I don't know if she's on the call, she put out an email saying that it was okay.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Well, any other questions for us? Not, we are going to call it an evening.
Just
We think
one more time, participate, please, and thank you.
And we ask that everybody participate. If you're getting emails and your crew's not, share the email with your crews. If you see things come from text or e-lines or Facebook post and you're on a crew, it's so easy to share that information. It's so easy for you to take the information that you got here today to share with your crew members or people in crew rooms to make sure that we're all knowledgeable and all on the same page. So thank you for your participation. We appreciate all you all do, and take the information that you're receiving from us and help us pass this along, help make sure that everybody's on the same page. We thank you guys so much for everything and for joining us today. And don't forget that the negotiations update will be on July 26th at 8 p.m. Super important. Tell your friends, get everyone on that Zoom call. Thanks again. We appreciate all of you.
Thank you. This was informative. Fantastic.
Thank you, Debbie. We appreciate you. All right. Good night, everybody.